A very interesting topic comes up quite regularly in the vegan community, and that is, should the animal industry be compared to a Holocaust? Now, the definition of Holocaust is actually pretty simple. It's the destruction or slaughter on a mass scale. In regards to the definition, I think that Holocaust is a word that can be certainly used in comparison to the slaughter of animals for our food, because they are, in fact, slaughtered on a mass scale every day. In the UK, I believe about 1 million land animals are slaughtered each day. So, in terms of the definition, then yes, definitely. I think the main issue with using this word is not its definition, but actually the context of the word. The word's associated with, obviously, the Hitler's Holocaust of the Jews and the World War, which makes it a rather sensitive topic for quite a lot, if not nearly all people that you talk to. So many people have different views on the use of the word when they're talking about veganism and when explaining the slaughter of animals. And I do feel a lot of people are right in exercising caution when using this word, when trying to make connections with people, when you're trying to get someone to make the connection. To use that word might be a bit too much of a hard hit. Like, if you start using it simply to scaremonger, then it's not really going to be that effective, because it will have more of a negative impact of what you're trying to achieve. You could come across as insensitive or radical, which would give the general vegan population a bad name. And let's face it, if a vegan says something that's a bit radical, then every other vegan becomes radical, because that one person shares that online, and that's how these things work, unfortunately. But I think as well, if you're in a good conversation with someone about veganism and they want to know more on the topic, but are not willing to look into, say, imagery or videos that you could share with them, then saying this, comparing it to a Holocaust, would make them start to think about what actually happens to the animals, and bringing that comparison will really leave them thinking about what's being done and how their food's being produced. So I just want to know what you guys really think about using the word Holocaust. I'm sure for many it would be extremely uncomfortable to even speak of the word, but we must understand that it is a word, and I'm not talking about an event when we say it. There is a difference between a Holocaust and the Holocaust, so to speak. So please leave your comments, guys, on the topic, and it makes some great conversation. We're not all here to argue with each other and say, yes, we shouldn't, no, we shouldn't say it, yes, we should say it, but it's an extremely interesting topic, and it's extremely strange to have to avoid a particular word simply because it's now associated with a certain event. So I think in the right context you could certainly use the word Holocaust, but you need to be extremely cautious about how, when, and to whom you use it to. Thanks a lot for listening, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.